and we're gonna have now. I kind of lost it. We're gonna have a run of Contra 3. So if you have some memories of hard games like Ninja Gaiden, this might trigger a couple of those hard as well. FCJ2000 running Contra 3, the Alien Wars, on any percent category on hard. So yeah, if you like platformers and those kind of games, this is also a hard one to play casually. And in the meantime, I'm going to take a little bit of time to talk about the incentives we've got going on. And there's a couple that have been met, but there's still others that you might want to take a look at. And getting those donations for Final Fantasy, what is it, 14, Fight King Thoran and his knights. So that's on its way to getting complete. There's a lot of others coming up. Actually, in a couple hours, we're gonna see the Lion King Upside Down Simba showcase. So that might be something you want to stick around to see. There's some Sonic incentives. We've got Ren and Stimpy, Super Monkey Ball, Sailor Moon, Batman Returns. That sounds actually like a pretty good one. I mean, all of them seem pretty nice and cool. So we got Chrono Trigger for Sunday, and there may be a bonus game there, Super Luigi U. So you can head down to the donations and just put into whatever is your favorite incentive and, get it done. And also at the same time, get some pretty cool video game experience during the marathon, and, using this money towards saving the children. So that's pretty good, pretty good cause to help out with. There's also a couple of raffle prizes that you can see in the waiting screen right now. We've got some really cool ones. If you want to go for that Xbox console, which I might go for later today, then yeah, you gotta get in those donations, guys, and we'll see. We'll see what else. So lining up, we're about to finish. Actually, I'm really excited about this time slot because, all right. So I think our runner is getting ready to jump in. I think. Okay, I think.
How's it going,
hey guys?
Oh,
hey, how's it going? I'm sorry, FCJ. So we had FCJ running Contra. Take it up, man. Best of luck.
All right.
Hey guys.
Oh,
hey, how's it going, man? I'm sorry, FCJ. So we had FCJ running Contra. Take it up, man.
All right. So yeah, so this is Contra 3. I'm sure most of you have heard of this game. It's one of the great run and gun games on SNES. And I'm going to be running it on the hard difficulty, any percent. Just beat the game any way possible. Basically, I mean, there's one way you can beat it faster, but we're not going to worry about that one. Yeah, and I'm ready to start. So, time is going to be, okay, let me just show you the options. Time's going to be 8 seconds after I press the start button, and I'll try to count it down so you have a good way to do it. All right. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now, okay. I don't know how to count, but yeah, we're off. All right. So this game, you don't have to mash like NES Contra, but they have like an auto fire. But you do have to mash the weapon swap. If you look at the top left corner, I'm weapon swapping spread shot, and this essentially doubles my firepower. So you hold the shoot button and you mash the weapon swap button, and it doubles your firepower. So we're gonna take the tank. You don't have to, but it's a marathon, so I'll play it safe. Already did an incredibly difficult trick on accident and didn't die, so I'm just gonna play it safe. Crush is the most powerful weapon in the game. So we're going to go ahead and grab our one crush, and then now I want to get the other crush, so I'm switching off the spread. We got this guy as the first kind of quote-unquote mini-boss, I guess, if you don't count the wall. But fortunately, he's kind of a joke. Like, he doesn't even know which direction to face. So we just take him out right away. Now right here we get our second crush. Alright, so we're going to do a little... take advantage of the way the screen scrolls for a second here. It's a little bit tight timing. And we screwed it up, but we didn't die. And that's all that really matters. So as you can see, I'm a little bit further to the right of the screen than the game would kind of intend me to be, therefore I can kind of bypass all those obstacles. And now, so that whole fire section's over with. Grab some bombs here, I mistimed that. And then we're gonna fight Mr. Turtle. He's just gonna bust through this wall, and just try to hope he doesn't give you a bad pattern. Alright, and he's dead. So far so good. The hardest thing about this run is to not hit my splits right there. Kind of mashing start, you can probably hear it over the microphone. So this stage, these are the top-down stages. Everyone seems to hate them, but they're really short. And then it turns out if you move in diagonals in this game, you actually move faster, so we're going to take advantage of that. I don't know what I'm doing right there, but I didn't die, and that's all that matters. Again, caused a bunch of lag, but I didn't die. Yeah, those centipedes are the worst. If they don't kill you, they lag up the game, which is almost just as bad. Yeah, so that's stage 2, but I just need to fight the boss. So we do this little trick where he's supposed to land with his weak spot facing away from you, but if you move forward and then turn 180 degrees, his weak spot is right in front of you. And so you just like point blank into him and kill him immediately. Yeah, so far so good. I realized right when I started this run how unprepared I was for the run, but so far so good. Let's hope it stays this way. Because like, I immediately started doing world record strats at the beginning, and I realized it was a terrible idea. Fortunately, this section's pretty easy. It's just muscle memory. These guys aren't bad, but they can kind of grab you and waste your time, but getting pretty lucky it looks like. Oh, never mind. This guy's kind of a jerk. This quick kill is pretty difficult. I'm not sure if I would have killed him before jumping off, but I don't want to risk it. You like the top-down stages. See, that's the first I hear of that. Everyone's like, oh, I'm so dizzy. I don't like the top-down stages. Alright, so we got this section is a little auto-scroller part. Unfortunately, there's no way to skip this. You just kind of have to sit here. And it's even, like, you can't even, like, move around and shoot and stuff for fun. Like, you're forced to just sit here, because if you shoot, it's going to cause lag and slow you down. So, like, the game is just, like, forcing you to just sit here and wait for this section to end.
So I guess I'll take this time to tell our friends about a couple of incentives that we have lined up for them.
Yeah, perfect time. Perfect time.
It's great. It's a great game, full of hard pieces, but this one. So we got a couple of incentives going on, and if you like the Lion King, there's one that's already been met. Against bad guys. We got so many: Final Fantasy, New World Next Door, Sailor Moon, and I'll let it back to the game, guys.
Alright, so all you missed there was a little mini boss fight. That guy can be a little trolly, but he gave me a good pattern. So jump up that wall for speed, just like Ninja Gaiden or Deadpool. And then just kill this UFO. It shouldn't take many hits. So I'm gonna do something really stupid and skip the barrier. Let's see how this works. Alright, we made it past. Really doesn't save very much time besides a few frames, but it looks super swaggy, so we did it. And then that right there was a little bit ledge skip. I saved myself a jump, which is always great. I mean, I wish I could stop and explain everything I'm doing, but There's just not enough time. These guys, pretty random, but you just kind of hope they don't give you this pattern. And then, yeah, so that wasn't so bad. I'm gonna actually go up here for safety because I don't want to die. Like, dying in this game isn't the worst because there's a ton of power-ups, but like if you lose one crush, it's like, okay, it kind of sucks, but not a big deal. If you lose both crush, okay, that's when things start going badly. So this guy, you remember him from Terminator. It's pretty hard actually, but if you just do this little cheese strat like this, he dies immediately. Alright, and that's stage 3. Alright, so stage 4 is a big long auto-scroller. And so they have these guys, they start off with these kind of like motorcycle dudes. So they'll have the parallel guys and they'll have the slanted guys. The parallel guys drop bombs and the slanted guys shoot. If you stay to the left of the screen, the slanted guys can't hurt you. But so really the only thing you have to do is watch out for the parallel guys, and those bombs have really tiny hitboxes. So it's actually a really easy section. So do a little buffer shot right here. Okay. And you killed that tank. You can see him before he died. His name is High Speed Tank Booby, apparently, in the instruction manual. That's literally his name. Didn't make that up. High Speed Tank Booby. So these things, they had that laser section I forgot to even mention. If you're all the way to the left of the screen, just like those lasers can't hurt you. Weird like oversight by Konami. So that right there was the acrobat. He can kind of give you like a really random pattern that can be really terrible. So I just used a bomb because I didn't want any of the shenanigans. We have this little mini boss coming up called Skater. He's actually really hard to get a quick kill on. But that was pretty good. You can actually kill him before he jumps off the ground. But it forces, if you're going for that kill, it forces you to play a little dangerously, and you know, not really worth it in my opinion. So you got this guy who's easily forgettable. His name is Jetpack Ninja. He's a ninja with a jetpack, and he died. And now coming up, we have the stage 4 boss. If you played this game, you probably remember this boss because this is probably the wall in the run for a lot of people. Hopefully, it doesn't screw me over because it's not too much easier from a speedrun perspective. I'm just gonna try to play super safe. Yeah, okay, that was a sweet kill. I don't know if I died in the cutscene. You can actually, like, the game plays for a little bit. Okay, I didn't. The game plays for a little bit after the screen turns white, so you can actually die in the cutscene. It's really stupid. Alright, so now we got another top-down stage. And we're just gonna fly through it, hopefully not fall off the cliff or get screwed over by a weird bug spawn. There's some weird bug spawns. I mean, I probably could have... Weird bug spawns, man. I hate these centipedes. Oh look, there's another one. You can see, like, these guys are trying to block. There's this trick you can do that I'm trying to go for, but these bug spawns are just the worst. You know, you can skip past this. Like, that's all I wanted to do. But they just didn't want, they were having none of that. So that's stage 5. Now the boss is like this little scorpion guy on the ground. After you do a certain amount of damage to you, he starts turning the screen, which is really terrible because you have to hold the turn button to stop yourself from rotating. Fortunately, I timed that pretty well, so he went down quick. And that's stage 5. That's already on to the last stage, just like that. So yeah, pretty short for an SNES game, if you ask me. Alright, so stage 6 starts with like the worst run and gun section of all time. We call it the Gauntlet. Not this part quite yet. This part's quite predictable. This can still kill you, of course, like that guy almost got me. But this next section we call the gauntlet, because it's just so random. You try your best to survive, but there's really no guarantees. Oh gosh, yeah. Nope, like that. I just did not press the shoot button, the jump button, I mean. So we're gonna, oh, here we go. Here we lose all 12 lives. It's alright. We're just gonna truck through this. I refuse to switch to my other crush. I'm just losing it. Yeah, I'll grab that. Alright, so yeah, so that gauntlet went terrible, guys. But fortunately I can just grab this spread and everything should be gravy. Alright. Let's just forget that happened. So we grab an extra bomb, we'll probably need that. And we got this Super C boss. He's not too hard, you just point blank him. He can give you a weird pattern with those like overhead projectiles, but fortunately I was pretty lucky. Get my crush back, just like that. So that boss is pretty hard to one cycle, but if you use a bomb, it gives you just enough damage to get the one cycle. And typically you don't want to use bombs in this game because, as you can tell, it lags the game up. But that's one of the very rare circumstances where a bomb can actually save time in the long run, because you're killing something in one extra cycle just by that little bit of extra damage. Yeah, so that was the Queen. First form of the final boss, I guess you can say. Now we're gonna fight the Brain, which is just a nightmare. It just gives you a bunch of these roulette wheels, and depending on which one you shoot, he gives you a different attack. So I want to get I call these the Brain Orb, 3 Brain Orbs, and then 1 Stone Orb. So I got 1 Brain Orb, so looking good so far. But he can really troll you. And it's annoying whenever like you're trying to go fast and he just keeps switching directions and trolling you, and you're just like, dude, just let me pick an orb, you're killing my run. Alright, 3rd Brain Orb. Now let's just move out of the way. So next we want, it's to take too long to explain, but the short end of it is you can only kill this guy in 4 cycles. Basically. So those Brain Orbs are quick cycles, and the Stone Orbs are short cycles. I mean long cycles, but you can do a lot of damage, as you can see. I'm doing this hitbox manipulation. So you do 3 Brain Orbs and then a Stone Orb. The 3 Brain Orbs just to get the cycles out of the way, and then the Stone Orb to do some damage and kill him as fast as possible. Yeah, so that's the final boss, basically. Or is it? If you're playing hard mode, or normal or hard mode if you're playing the Japanese version, you get this little extra bonus boss fight. The Brain's gonna get armor, and he's gonna start crawling up after you for one last desperation attack. He's not too hard. He can give me a weird pattern where he slaps me. Not too common, but I mean it's a marathon, so we'll probably do it. No, he didn't do it. Alright, we should be done. Alright, we're good. Alright, so that's the game, basically. I'm not holding the controller anymore, so when my guy moves to the right, that means I lost control and it's time. So it should be coming up in a few seconds here. I don't think it's going to be sub 15, which is a real shame, but it was close either way. Oh, shoot. 14:59 according to my W split. So yeah, sub 15 in a marathon, that's always nice to see. So, yeah, that's Contra 3. I mean, time flies by when you're having fun. That didn't feel long at all. But, yeah, as you can see, I conquered the toughest Contra challenge yet. And, I'm just a gaming champion, right? But seriously, thank you very much for having me. Make sure to donate to get those incentives in. I mean, on a different note, if you ever have any inkling to want to run this game, just DM me on Discord or something. I'll be glad to help you out. There's an amazing tutorial by the Drifter18 on speedrun.com. Um, yeah, so it's a very, you'd think it'd be a very tough speed run, and it can be kind of trolly, but it's not as hard to get into as you might think. And there's always easy mode if you want a more accessible one, but easy mode you don't see the credits, so I mean that's not fun. You want to actually beat the game, right? And before I get y'all to take it away, there's these credits, and they have one little funny credit I'd like to point out. They have I think it should be coming up. Helpman, I believe. Yeah, Helpman. Kei Horio. He works at Konami, and his job is to help. He helps people. Okay, yeah, that's everything for me. Thank you for having me. What's next on the itinerary for the marathon?
Yeah,
I hope it goes well.
thanks for that, FCJ. We got Newtopia coming up,
No,
actually.
Newtopia, awesome. I can't wait.
Thanks for the run. Yeah, Newtopia should be great. It's being run by Benny Band, so
Nice.
coming in really soon. Thanks for that run. It was really great. I don't think I've ever seen a run on hard mode for this game, and I've definitely never played it on hard mode when I was a kid. So it's great, always great to see a run that it would take you forever to finish, even if you finish.
Yeah,
But
it's not easy. The game is really out to get you. But there's speedrun strats that makes things easier a little bit, and you have backup strats. Like you're gonna die probably. Like even I died a couple times there. But as long as you know what to do, get your crush back as soon as possible. It's really not a big loss unless you're going for like world record or something. But then that's a different story.
yeah, of course,
But
world record is always a different story,
Yeah.
right? Just out of curiosity, what's the world record looking like for this category?
So the world record for this is 14:14, or yeah, at least that's the best known time, and that's by me. I got it a month or so ago, maybe a month and a half ago. It's
All right.
quite a crazy run. There's this trick at the end that has like a 25% chance of success, but if you get it, it saves like 2 seconds, and I got it in my run. So like now, if I want to beat that, like I have to go for that really dumb strat. So like it's getting pretty tight in this category.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I mean, I saw that was like super fast, sub 15, and then you're telling me the world record is almost a minute.
Yeah, yeah. So there's tons of time to be saved. I was playing very conservatively, and I died for like I don't know, like 2 hours in the gauntlet, so that probably cost me some time. But yeah, just even if the gauntlet would have went fine, like just by the mindset you're in a marathon, you're gonna lose time just because you're playing, safer.
Yeah, definitely. I always get surprised to see these videos of people actually getting world records on marathons or live shows or something like that. It's
Yeah,
just
I don't think this is a
incredible.
game where that would happen for me. But I mean, it started off pretty well, but it still wasn't world record pace.
It was a great run. Thank you for that. And I think Beanie Van should be getting kind of ready right now. But in the meantime, I'll just take some time to remind you guys where all the donations are going to Save the Children associations. That should be, it's a real great cause, and they do save a lot of children's lives, and they have really um, a lot of stuff that they're working on, fundraising. They have programs for children in Syria. So yeah, just if you have a couple of bucks to spare, and that's definitely um, the way to go, right? And don't forget to follow the runner FCJ2000. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, I,
so
I said it
take a look
about
at
three or
his
four
world
times,
record.
but thanks for
I know
having
I'm
me.
going to do that just to see how crazy this run can go. Because I don't know, I don't know about you guys, but I was impressed about just this run, how it went. This is definitely a game that strikes a nerve and nostalgia for me. Switching a little bit of gears here, there's a couple of raffle prizes that are going down. You can see them right now on the screen, and get those donations in. We're about to finish the. In my time, at least, the first day is done for this marathon. So that's actually a pretty cool thing that I wanted to be part of. Just being through the first day, and we have $518 down of the 2,100 goal that's been set up for the marathon. So thank you everybody who's donated to get those incentives to get where we are right now. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna crush this goal of $2,100. And we'll get those donations in later. I guess people are going to do that, but you can just jump in and do that right now. That'll be great. So I'm going to, right now, a runner, Beanie Van, I think is getting ready, jumping in Utopia. And I've never seen this game, but it sounds like it's going to be a really cool one. I was just digging a little bit before, and it, definitely something you want to stick around to see. Don't forget to follow our runners. They're doing a great job. Also, coming later today, we've got Lion King on any percent easy mode. It's going to be played by SATV. And he actually has an incentive that has been met that's called Upside Down Simba Showcase. So definitely stick around to see that. It's in a couple hours, but we've also some Chrono Trigger Fight really interesting stuff. Specchio incentive, so you can get your money into that. If you're a Sonic fan, you know, with the movie just came out, you could donate for Soul Glitched Showcase, and that sounds like it's actually a pretty interesting one. Or if you like the Final Fantasy saga, there's a fight for Thoran and an incentive to fight Thoran and his knights. So yeah, definitely a lot of things to strike anything that you might like, and this is a perfect time to get in some donations, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, so also if you want, I'll just put the they just put the schedule in, so you can take a look at anything that's gonna